His name's the Geeker, the Geeker, the Geeker. His name's the Geeker, the Geeker, the Geeker.
I want a Big Mac, baby.
Do you want a Big Mac? Yeah, me too. I want one with everything on it, even that special sauce. Now you can get one at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
Geeker, the Geeker, the Geeker. His name's the 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 Geeker, the Geeker, the Geeker.
What's up, world? It's your boy, Coach EB, aka EB the Geeker, and welcome to another episode of Talking Hoops in the Sip. That's right, Talking Hoops in the Sip. Man, I'm excited. It is ranking season. And so we got the Geeker Girls rankings. We did the 26 and 27. I know y'all had a lot to say about that. But before I go on, hey, let's get our sponsors out of the way. Today's show is brought to you by Tatum & Wade Law Firm, located at 124 East of Me Street, right here in Jackson, Mississippi. Tatum & Wade are serious lawyers who get serious results. I say if you want to get paid, you need to get to Tatum & Wade. And also, I have another sponsor that's sponsoring us, these rankings, and that's Eris. Eris, man, I mean, one of the greatest air purifiers out there. I have one at my home, and I'm telling you, it is awesome. At Eris, we breathe different. All right, hey, listen, I am as excited as I can be. I got my co-host in the building. I got my guy from all the way up north, one of Hernando's legends, one of Hernando's hitman. That's what he was. He was a hitman, averaging over 25 plus a game. A lot of people hadn't even seen what 25, what it really means to even score 20 points, but he did it on a regular basis. My man, C. Jones, Ball and Business Podcast. What's up, C. Jones?
What's up, the Geeker?
And we also have one of the grassroots legend. He's taking time again out of his feeding to jump on here today from the jungle. He won't. I don't know if he will show his face because I don't know if he has a meeting or if he's going to the. I think this week is the palm tree buffet in Florida, and so he does some buffet deals. I'm not sure what he's doing, but from Mississippi Play Sports, the easy one, Eddie Young. What up, easy one?
What's up, man? How y'all doing? What's up, Court? What's up, EV?
Eddie, the easy one.
Let's rock and roll, brother.
Yeah, we gotta get Eddie. We gotta keep him under wraps. Hey, listen. Last week we did the class of 26. Class of 27, top 15. Today we'll be doing the class of 24 and class of 25. We'll start out top 15. By now, when you see this, you can see that we're not doing it live right now. We're doing some tapes, but you should have the 26, 27 on my website at thegeekerreport.com, www.thegeekerreport.com. You can go see the rankings, and hopefully, we've done several combines and the boys and girls combines in the Central and Gulf Coast. They're out on the website as well. The Northerns, we're coming. Just be patient. We're coming. Just like Deion Sanders, they're coming. So at the end of the day, but hey, let's get with these rankings. Let's get it going. Coming in at 15, I told you I'm the king of ties. And so we start out with a tie in the class of 2025. At 15, from Terry High School, we have 6-foot Zion Nelson. Zion Nelson is a wing forward who can stretch the floor, who's athletic, wiry, strong, and I think she's going to have a coming out party this year for Terry High School. That's 6-foot Zion Nelson. Also at 15, she transferred schools. She was at Moorville last year. She is at Pontotoc High School, 6'1", Lila Cox. Lila is a long wing who can flat out fill it up. And I'm just telling you this, I know this is the girls' rankings, but my thought process, I want to make it clear that I've already told Kyle Hurd, Pontotoc is my favorite to win 4A, 5A, whatever they're in. they should win a state championship. So I don't see them losing much this year. I think they could compete in any level. They are one of the top teams in the state, and they only got better in adding the 6'1" kid, Lila Cox. At 14, we have from Brandon, 6'1", Jaden Ragland. I think Jaden Ragland, arguably, is the best offensive rebounder in the state. I saw her this summer, and all she does, she's a girl version of Dennis Rodman. I'm telling you, on the offensive rebounding end, I believe there may be some other defensive rebounders that's better, but she offensive rebounding, and she just fast. She runs the court. I absolutely love her. She's a kid that I would have to have on my team. She's a pick and roll kid. She's what I would call right now, she's a dump off kid. You dump the ball off to her, she'll finish around the basket. As she continues to develop her outside ability and ball handling, her skills, just overall skill set, she could be really, really good. But right now, she has an elite skill, and that is offensive rebounding, and you can't put a price on it. She'll average a double-double just because of that this year for Brandon. At 13, this young lady dropped last year. She was in our top 10, and to be honest with you, she could have stayed in the top 10, but she's such an elite softball player as well. From South Panola, 6 foot forward, Shania Fondren. Shania Fondren will average a double-double. She was a double-double queen last year. She'll continue to do that. She averaged 20 and 12. If she decided to be a full-time basketball player, she'd probably be a top 5 kid in this class. But I understand she has Division I offers in softball. She's an elite softball player, and so this may even be her last year or another year of even playing basketball. And at number 12, she's also new to the top 15. Got a chance to see her play this summer, and that's she's from Center Hill, 5'10", Madison Hughes. Madison Hughes is a combo guard, a big guard who can do it all. I mean, she can get downhill and finish at the rim. She can hit the mid-range. Like to see her shoot the ball a little better from the three-point land. And I'll let Cord talk a little bit about her and what he likes about her. But Madison Hughes comes in at 12, and that is your really 15 through 10 coming in. So talk to us, Cord. Take it away. Talk to us a little bit about the couple kids that you know on that, and then Eddie, you'll talk real briefly about the ones that he may miss.
You mentioned the Raglan kid was able to play against her several times this summer. From Brandon, she played for Magnolia Select. Very surprised me how good she was. She could score on the block at times. She was very active. She gave us a hard time, especially when we played them out there in Atlanta one time. I just really like her the game and how she move around and be active as a big. Shania Fondren, is she gonna put up at Shania Fondren from South Panola is an incredible softball player. But like you said, if she put the work in and took a little bit more focus on basketball, she'll be a top 5 kid because her numbers, you can arguably say she could be possibly a Danny Dozen in basketball and softball this year. But I know that's a stretch, but you arguably can say that by her numbers and what she did last year. And you mentioned Lyle Cox. I feel like she's the prototypical stretch four for the next level. A lot of D1 teams like her. She's getting a lot of interest. I think this summer in that Pontotoc, I know how Kyle Hurd worked for his kids. She'll definitely get a lot of attention, and no problem that she'll be the best fit for her at the next level. Madison Hughes, I rave about Madison Hughes. I feel like Madison Hughes is like a top 8, top 6 kid in the state, in my opinion. She's just as good as any of them kids that we'll name. She's a long guard, probably play the 3 the next level. She can block shots at a high rate. She can shoot it. She gets to the rack. Her feel for the game is incredible. I'm high on Madison Hughes from Center Hill.
Yeah, you are, Court. Tell me real quick, when you say, because you've seen her way more than I have. I saw her, she played at my combine about a month ago. And like I said, I love what I saw. I thought that I didn't see her shoot the 3 ball a lot. I saw her get downhill. She could really handle it. She has a very good feel for the game. I think that she has to continue to really get her body toned in, like, kind of athletic looking, more athletic looking. Do you think she's what's your thoughts on her three ball real quick? I'm just like, did I
I
miss
think
something?
she's shooting pretty well.
Okay.
We played at a John McGraw event. She joined our team for a brief little stint, and she shot the ball well for us. She probably shot about 4 or 5 threes that weekend. She didn't take a lot, but the ones she did put up in the air, they look good. Her form looked good. How she come about the floor. She's definitely a guard. I know she'll probably play the forward spot for Center Hill, but she's a guard. She can handle the ball well. She's very skilled. I think her best basketball ahead of her. I think she's gonna be one of the players to get better when she gets to the next level, being around basketball so much.
Okay, cool. All right. Eddie, you got anything, or we want to on that, or you want to move on?
No, I think you guys did a good job. I'll touch in on the next five.
All right, cool. All right, moving right along. Hey, listen, this is like, I got tie central. I mean, these necks right here are just ties. I couldn't, I know y'all, like always talk about me, EV man, can we not do a tie? But listen, I got ties. So coming at 8, I got 4 people at 8, and I just couldn't. I got 4 of them, so I just couldn't, come to, what I wanted. This is just, So at the end of the day, you guys, anybody want to do the rankings, they feel free. It's a free country. You can do your own. But coming in at my first number 8, 5'10". This young lady plays a lot of ball, wing from Olive Branch, Brianna Black. Brianna Black, I don't like her. I love her. She is a consistent jump shot away for EV and being a top 3 or 4 player. If I really would like to see her jumper get up here versus here. But as far as knowing the game, playing just all over, her father, Byron Black, does a great job in getting her in every event possible. And let me talk about that real quick. I shared that a while back, about last week, about Joe Kelly and how he does that with his daughters. My hat's off to Byron Black. He is investing in his kids. He also had another daughter who's playing JUCO ball in Tallahassee. She played at Jones Community College. Was a top 10 player, and I think, or definitely a top 20 kid. And when Eddie did the rankings, and he's invested the time, invested the money, and so, well, all the people that say different things, I just encourage you, just when get you a daughter or son, and see if you can get them to an elite level like he has. Brianna, I love Breezy B. Bree. All right, moving right along at the other 8 spot. Combo guard, 5'6", 5'7" from Tupelo, Nadia Norfleet. Listen, like Nadia Norfleet, I'll be honest with you. I just want to be totally honest. I like to be transparent. Nadia, I had her tied last year, and I really was gonna drop Nadia. I love Nadia. I think Nadia's a Division One. I really think she can play in the SWAT. I really do. I believe all these ladies, I believe maybe everybody in the top 15 that I named can play somewhere at the Division One level. I really do. And Nadia Norfleet's no different. Nadia Norfleet came to my combine in Oxford last month, and she showed me once again why. No, I can't. I just love her too much. I can't drop her. I just don't. I don't know where to drop her, because she's a combo who can play some point. I'd like to see her become obviously more vocal, and she can really get downhill. She got a nice mid range. 3 ball is okay. I think it needs to get better, but I just like Nadia Norfleet, one of the top kids, in that class and in the state playing for Tupelo. Then these next 2, to be honest with you, are my probably out of the tie 4 at 8 that I'm doing, are probably, if you just put a gun to my head and made me pick, rank them, I probably would have them just, like there, but they just so close. One is 5'4" Carly Brock from Belmont. Watched her play for several years, and all I can say is she is a dog. Just plays hard. Just a leader out there. would like her probably to be she's somewhat vocal, but she could probably be a little bit more really can get in the lane, really can get downhill and attack the rim. Like to see her shoot the ball a lot better, but she shoots it, pretty decent. She can score it when she needs to, and then she can get other people involved. I'm a big fan of Carly Brown. I mean, I just think she's special. She can. I remember talking. I talked to a high major coach, and they just happened to see her, and they were saying that if they had a job at the low to mid major, they would love to have her. So she's already garnering attention from that the collegiate level. And then finally at number 8, we have 5'4", just super leader, seen her since the 8th grade from Callaway High School, Johanna Wilson, aka JoJo, aka I'm just gonna take your heart when I play you. I mean, I love her. I've seen her play since Northwest Middle School. Led Callaway to a runner-up finish, probably a little earlier than some people thought, but she carried them on their back. She's a kid that can do it all. She has now improved her 3-ball to a place where I'm almost saying that she can score at all 3 levels. I think she still needs to continue to improve. One of the biggest things that I like she can run your team, she can rebound, she can defend, she talks. I mean, like everybody knows I love a talker, and it is no question she should be a Division I point guard. There's no question you can win with her. She's a winner. You're talking about a young lady that didn't lose in middle school and has taken a school like Callaway, who had some challenges, and then they have turned the program around under Coach Ashley Sutton and Larry Wilson over at Callaway. And we look forward to Callaway getting back to the big house, and that will be led by Johanna Wilson. And then these next 3, I'm still going to go with these next 3. I'm going to go ahead and deal with these. These are the battle of the bigs. And I just be honest with you, I couldn't. Before I get to the battle of the bigs, I'm gonna deal with them separately. Let's go ahead, Eddie, bring them in and talk about the ones I just talked about.
Well, I think that was a great collection of guards that you just mentioned, man. Shame on you for time. Cole, what's wrong with this man having a 4-way tie? In the history of rankings, I don't think we've ever had anybody to have a 4. I understand the 2-way tie. We let them have a little, we gave them a little pass on the 3-way tie, but a 4-way tie? Come on, man. What we doing? What this is? So, but anyway, I think all 4 of those kids that you mentioned are remarkable. Man, they're just a joy to watch, all of them. They're exciting. And you did a great job of breaking their attributes down. And they just so, although they got a lot of similarities and they're very talented, they are all 4 different guards. I like Bree Black tenacity. She plays with an edge, man. She's the type of kid that you want. A lot of people say, I don't want a kid with an attitude, but if that attitude is channeled the right way, then I think it can be a benefit and be a plus for her. So I think that's what makes her go, is that she does play with an edge. And Cordy told me about Brianna Black when I was doing the rankings, a few years ago. He was telling me that he felt like she was going to be better than her older sister. And I know he may not want me to say that publicly, but that was his opinion of her when he was talking about her. So he was real high on her, a couple of years ago. And I saw when I first got a chance to see her play, I think it was at our showcase. And I could see a lot of flashes and a lot of really, really good things. I think as she takes her game to the next level, being able to knock down that shot more consistently is going to be really important for her. Carly Brock is, to me, just a kid that when you watch her play, she makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. And in your head, I don't have no hair, but she could make the hair on your chin stand up, EV, because she just does so many good things. She's the ultimate competitor too. When I first wrote about her, when we first met her and found out about her, she was starting quarterback on her middle school football team. So that just tells you how tenacious she is, and wherever she goes at the next level, they're going to be getting a very good kid and a very good player. One of my favorite players to watch. just can do it all. I think she'll be leading Belmont this year to a potential state championship run. She's that good. She's a kid, Cord, that, when the game is on the line and it's the last 4 or 5 minutes and it's a close game, Cord, we ain't afraid to give her the ball and let her go to work, and she can win games for you. Nadia Norfleet she's been a stud for years. I mean, I think when I first heard about her, she was in 6th grade, and I think it was the 6th grade summer going into her 8th grade year. And I think Coach Kyle Hurd had told me, hey, Eddie, you need to try to look at the kid from Tupelo. Coach Kyle Hurd, coach at Pontotoc, and he was telling me some of the great things that he had heard. I think he had played against his middle school team, and she, scored 30 or 40 points in a summer league game as a 6th grader. So Nadia Norfleet can score that basketball. She's going to be key to how far Tupelo goes this year. She can be the player that we think she can be. She can propel Tupelo to a state championship run. And as we talk about state championship runs, let me spin it to Callaway and Johanna JoJo Wilson, who she led Callaway to the run last year. And I've said it once and I've said it again, and I stand by what I say. She's a kid, in my opinion, that's one of the top point guards in the state, one of the top point guards in the country, because the one thing that we don't do well, and we all talk about this, and I know EV harps on it a lot, about being vocal leader. She is one of the few vocal leaders that we have in the state. And I think that's what separates her from the rest of the kids in our state, that she is so vocal. And she's such a smart, heady basketball player, man. And I mean, I've talked so much about her. I know it seems redundant because I love her passion and the way she plays. And she's another kid that has improved so much because her weakness was her jump shot, and she improved it tremendously. Struggled at the free throw line this summer in some of her high school games. That's something that she's going to have to work on. And I know she's a hard worker and she'll correct that. But if you're starting a team from a point guard perspective, I'm taking JoJo first, regardless of class. She's as good as a point guard that you'll find, not just in the state of Mississippi, but in the country. So go ahead. What is that? What are you doing, man? What do you got, a little fluffy dog?
Hey, man, this is my daughter's dog. This is the type of, what he's doing, he's getting active because he came here and heard another animal. He heard an elephant, and he's trying to run away from me. And so that is what's happening here. This is Milo. I just wanted to introduce Milo to the world. What's up, Milo? What's up, Milo? What you think? You think they can play? That you see Cord on there? You see Cordarius Jones? He can't play. But anyway, Cord, you want to add anything on those guys? Girls,
I got to give Eddie his credit. Carly Brock, he was right about Carly Brock. She's a phenomenal player in the open court. She get the job done. She's a dog. You want her on the court with you. You want her in that battlefield when you go into battle. But y'all know what I'm finna say, and I've been saying it for years and years and years. I'm gonna say it again. Nadia Norfleet, the best scorer in that class. I feel like she should be higher. She have done a lot of stuff I've seen in my eyes that a lot of these kids cannot do. But hey, each his own. And Brianna Black, I definitely agree with you, Evie. She could be a top kid. Her size, if she get more consistent with that 3-ball, being able to pull up more smoothly, she's gonna be something serious. But I think all that's gonna come. So that's my input as well.
All right, moving right along. Now we're going to the big three. These are the big three, literally the big three. These are these next, and they're coming in at number 5. I got a chance to see them play some things this summer, and they played even. Sanaya Cook, got the win on the court, but their numbers, they were pretty much exactly the same. But coming in at 6 foot forward / center, Zaria Edwards, Big Z from Starkville. Bruiser really scores well over the left shoulder. Got a chance this summer. I can tell she's put in some work, and she was able to finish sometimes with the left hand. Big Z, to me, it's up to her how good she wants to be. I offered her at Mississippi Valley, and she also had I think Valley themselves, the new coach, offered her. So she has a Division I offer. I think that she's Her best basketball is still ahead of her, and Starkville is absolutely loaded, and she's going to be the one anchoring that team. And we're not talking about team rankings, but Starkville right now today, if you made me pick, they are my favorites in 7A, and Big Z is a big reason why. Moving right along, the next post, she was 3A Miss Basketball last year, state champion, MVP of the state champion game, average 18 and 10, and that's Sanaya Cook, 6'2", already has a SEMO offer, and her best basketball is ahead of her too. She has really good footwork. She just, I mean, she's just steady. She's solid. I've seen her continue to get better and better over the years. I like to see if this year with Boonville she will shoot, maybe stretch out and shoot the 3 ball, a little bit. I don't know. You know how sometimes you have bigs that are face up 4 and they are trailers and can knock that down. I just like her. I think that she has a great upside. She's long, she's strong. Probably, she's physical enough, and so I think that it's a no-brainer. These kids are no-brainer Division Ones. And then finally, the other young lady, 6'3", Caitlin Hall, who last year I had at number 3. I didn't. She dropped, but she didn't really drop. Part of it is Caitlin Hall, in my opinion, obviously could arguably be the best player in this class. I believe she's that talented. She's moved from Clarksville High this year over to Coahoma County. She's 6'3". She can go inside out. She's done some great things with her body to get in shape. She has to continue to do that. I don't know of any offers she has right now, and to be honest with you, that's a travesty. She's a no-brainer Division I kid. And at the end of the day, there's no excuse, in my opinion, for that. And so I'm a big fan of Caitlin Hall. Those 3, you tomato. So those are my 3 there. Talk about that quarter, Eddie. Either one.
As far as the big 3, I think me personally, I think Sanaa Cook has the edge, but you tied them, so all of them equally. Just because I think her upside is higher. I think she can really score on the block. I think she can. She's more versatile than all of them. Caitlin Hall was really like she. I need to see more of her. So I may be wrong, but just winning a state championship, that ain't easy. Putting up the numbers consistently like Sanaa Cook did last year, that's not easy. And I'm expecting big things from her this year. I'm expecting her to be on that Danny Dozen list. So that's just my opinion.
Easy one.
Oh, I think it's a really good big 3. Big Z from Starkville, I think is of the 3, in my opinion, I like Big Z a little bit better than the 3, just because I think she can face up. She's got a nice soft shot from 10, 15 feet out. She can go down low. She's of the 3, I think a little bit more versatile in my opinion. I think she rebounds the ball really at a high level too. Playing against a lot better competition matters as well. But all 3 of those girls are tremendous players. You can't take away what Sanaya Cook did as a 3A player, Miss Basketball. I think her best basketball is ahead. She does a lot of really good things. She's long, has a good feel for the game. Would like to see her be a little bit more tougher. I think Caitlin is. I haven't had a chance. What would you say, V?
I was just saying Hall.
Caitlin Hall. Caitlin Hall. Hadn't seen her play a whole lot, to be honest with you. I didn't get a chance to see her play in high school. She's playing with an out-of-state AAU team, so I don't get a chance to see her play. But from what I've seen of her in the past, I do agree with EV. The fact I think that Sanaya Cook and Big Z, have received Division I offers and garnering a lot of attention. I like to see her start to garner more attention because I think she's definitely deserving because she's the tallest of the big 3. She's the tallest at 6'3". So she's definitely got the the eye test. But all 3 no-brainer Division I prospects with bright futures if they continue to work hard and continue to put in the grind.
All right, now we get to our finalists. Coming in at number 3, they're another tie. I mean, I told you it was ties. The top 10 was just full of ties. This young lady was not. She went from not even being ranked last year all the way up to number 3. Probably the biggest jump. I didn't know her. I had no idea who she was. Nobody told me about her. And if they did, they told me too late after the rankings had come out. But I got a chance to see her myself. 5'9" from West Jones, lefty. A lefty assassin. She's a scorer. She's one of the top scorers in the state, and that's Jakira Duckworth. Played really well for West Jones last year, led him to a state championship and actually beating Callaway. And she was a big reason. She's a kid that is wiry, strong. She's athletic. She can really slash. I look at her as a slasher who she can shoot threes, but she needs to improve her percentage. If she continues to improve, but nobody can stop her from getting to the basket. She's really, really good in the open court. Saw her this summer. She played up some. She played in her age group. She just did the same thing. She just plays the same way, and she has the same effect on the games. She's going to get you anywhere from 14 to 18 a game every night just because she's no nonsense and she gets it done. Like I said, she gets downhill at a high level, and she will knock down shots. And so we expect West Jones to have another good year as well as a team. And then another young lady who's been around, who again, and Jakira Duckworth for me is a Division I player. This next young lady is a 6-foot kid. I got a chance to see her in the Mississippi Louisiana All-Star game that we do, and I saw her body, and it's like she has the most college, in my opinion, in this class. She has the most college-ready body at this point right now. And that's on Araya Grace. I know, Eddie, at one time when you did the rankings, you had her at number 1, and I can see why you did. She has some potential. She plays at Lamar Christian, and again, she's another one that we haven't seen on the as far as Division I offers, but she's a Division I talent. It's a travesty again that she hasn't done it. And I'll just make this. I'll go ahead and make this, because I know that people are watching. See, a lot of times when you go out of state and play AAU, you take the chance, unless you are a Madison Booker. There's no question a Madison Booker is elite. And so it benefits the Madison Bookers of the world. But a lot of other times what happens is, and I see this in the boys realm, I see this in the girls realm, what happens is that they're going to take care of their own first because they have to live with those people, just like we have to live with people here in Mississippi. And so that's something you got to be careful about. And I think, because let's not fool ourselves, the rankings are cool. Your scholarships come from the AAU season, doesn't come from high school. When coaches, now in Mississippi, you can, let's just face it, you can get a JUCO scholarship without playing AAU. But if you're talking about Division I, they want to see you play on what they call the circuit against the best of the best. And so at the end of the day, Araya Grace is a kid that she should have several Division I offers. She can shoot the basketball. She needs to continue to be more consistent. She's a legitimate 6-foot wing, and she's very, very athletic. And so I'm a big fan of Araya Grace. And finally, we come to the number 1 ranking, and it's a tie. And this young lady has, she was number 2 last year. I've gotten a chance to see her play. She just won a MVP in volleyball, won another state championship in her at Ingomar High School. 6-foot Macy Pfeiffer. I've gotten a chance to see her play, even though she plays out of state. Now it's interesting. Macy Pfeiffer has gone out of state, and she's garnered several Division I offers. She has USM, Middle Tennessee State, South Alabama, North Alabama, Murray State, and ULM. And she's deserving of all of it. There's no question about it. She has really improved since I've seen her play as a 8th grader, playing for Ingomar as an 8th grader playing high school. And then also number 1, who's number 1 last year. She got hurt in high school, got a chance, did not play this summer, but you can't, I just didn't feel like I could take away what she's done. You're talking about she's got a Mississippi State offer, Ole Miss offer, Memphis offer, and she was, along with other mid-major offers, still one of the hottest prospects, and people are still talking about her. And that's 6'1" Jade Rucker from Tupelo High School, who is fully back She's, had to persevere, and that's the biggest thing that I would say about Jade Rucker. Just her perseverance, her ability to score the basketball. I think that at the next level, in my opinion, she's going to be used in the sense of a Debrisha Poe type, a face-up four, somebody who trails, knocks down shots. I believe she can defend the threes, but I think she has to continue to develop uh, her wing skills, which she can be that wing. I just think that she has to continue to develop it, and I'm excited about her coming back this year and leading Tupelo. See if they can get to the big house. Cord, I know you just ready to go and talk about all these kids, and then we'll let Eddie close it out.
I mean, the top two, Macy Pfeiffer from Ingomar, she is a winner. She's very, very good. She's gonna be a great player at the next level, wherever she wind up going. And Jay Ruck, a special player, can kind of do it all. One of them things about she kind of jack of all trades. I know we had that conversation about, would you rather be a jack of all trade master? She the prototypical jack of all trades. She can dribble, get to the rack, she can finish, she can shoot the three, she can shoot the mid range, she can pass the ball as well. Can play D at a high level, and she rebounds well. She just a complete player. I think them two players right there can be in the 24 class. They'll still be top 5, top 3. They just as good to me, and very good prospects. And this whole list that we just named is some of the best kids I've seen in the years I've been doing girls that I've seen. That's almost at their peak for high school.
Easy one.
Well, all of those kids, man. Obviously, like you said, sometimes the top 4, 5, 6 kids, they always seem to separate themselves, in my opinion, when it comes to rankings. Is after you get past your first, what we call the short list, to where you start to kind of, it's tomato is when you see some of these kids. But Macy Pfeiffer been doing it for a while. She's got a chance to probably score 3,000 points by the time her career is over. I mean, a 4-way superstar. And she's a superstar in 4 sports. And she could be a dandy dozen in damn near all 4 of them probably. And definitely a mid-major Division I player with some high major ceiling too. So I definitely think as she progressed, she's got an opportunity to garner some high major interest. She can do it all. Her one weakness that she had was shooting a jump shot. She's improved in that area, handling the basketball. She does it when it matters too. If you think about it, when she comes to the Coliseum, when she's in the big game, she always shows up. And I think that's important too. When you talk about superstar players, what do you do when the lights are bright? What do you do when the game really matters? And she's always showing up when there's a big game. Araya Grace is a kid that I ranked number 1 in the class a couple of years ago after watching her play at the Talkin Hoops in the SIP showcase, where she was just 3 steps ahead of everybody that particular day. She checked every box. She shot the basketball from 30 feet out. She's got a lot of goods, man. She's a 5'2" player with a phenomenal body. She's 6 foot tall. She looks like a Division I player right now as a junior. Can run, super stupid athletic. Another kid that, hadn't had a chance to see her play much in high school and didn't get a chance to see her a lot this summer. But I definitely want to put some eyes on her, Evie, and Cord this year to kind of see how she's progressed from the last time that I saw her play. So I'm excited about watching her. Ryan Grayson, one of my favorite players to watch. And then Jay Rucker. I do agree with you too, GV, in your rankings. I don't think that you should hurt a kid because of the ranking. I mean, because of her injury is what I'm trying to say. You can't renege on the kid because of that. That's an unforeseen thing that, unfortunately happened. I'm hoping that the injuries don't plague a career of somebody who has superstardom. So we just believe in God that she can get back healthy and get back to vintage Jade, because if she does, she is the quote unquote unanimous top player in that class, in my opinion. If she can get back to form and do the things that she can do, already has an offer from Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Memphis. I mean, she can go wherever she wants to go. Just received a offer from what was it, North Alabama, I think last week or but anyway, she's got a lot of interest, and I think she's a kid that has. 2 years ago, I felt like she's one of the kids that could play professional basketball and can play at the highest level, in my opinion. So definitely ready to see her play at Tupelo this year, and they've got a lot of talent at Tupelo. I know we're not talking about the state rankings, but I do agree Tupelo and Starkville are two teams that, man, I can't wait to see all that talent hit the floor. But when the talent hits the floor, she's going to reign supreme, and she's, the cream of the crop. So great list. I think that's it. In that 2025 list, EV, I think you did a really good job of touching on a lot of the kids, let me say this before we transition, before you say your final words, before we go to the 2024. I just say this, man, for some of the kids that maybe didn't get mentioned tonight. I mean, I wish we could mention everyone. Don't not speak at EV when he comes to the game. Don't not speak at me or Cord. Just understand that we love each and every one of y'all and want to see you guys do well. And for some reason, if you didn't make the 2025 list, it's just our opinions. Not saying that we right. Use that as motivation to go out and prove us wrong. I want you to prove me wrong. When I did the rankings, I used to say it all the time. Prove me wrong. If I missed you, if you're better than the kids that I have on my list, go out and prove it. And so you definitely have an opportunity to do that and get better. So. Hey, V, I think you might be muted. Hey, EV, I think you might be muted, buddy.
I am. Just to piggyback off of that. I want to say that you're right, that don't take it personal, or even if you do take it personal where it has become motivation to you. As I shared last week, and I'll keep sharing, in the 24-25 class, which is juniors and seniors, and even sophomores, there's probably about 600 kids that are 600 sophomores, 600 juniors, 600 seniors that are playing. It's a little over 300 schools. So if you just take two juniors, if there are two juniors on each team, that's how I get to the 600 number. And if you're in my top 80, I'm doing a top 80 and a top 70. Again, that means you're in the top 12%. And if you're top 10 or you top 15, that means you're almost in the top 5%. So, like, really take a look at that number before you start saying, oh my God, I had, he's got me 14 out of, 600 is pretty good. I mean, I think we would take that, all day long. So anyway, I appreciate that. Easy.
How you want it? Tell me how you want it. How you want it? Tell me how you want it. How you want it? Tell me how you want it. How you want it? Pick it your way.
Don't you know that you can get what you want, when you want, where you want, right here at Burger King? I'm down with the king.
Right away,
All right, let's shift right on over to the 24 class. And here's what we got with the 24 coming in at 15 from 5'7" point guard, combo guard from Grenada. We have Miss Lauren Hodges. Lauren Hodges is a young lady who can really get downhill, finish at the rim, shoots the mid-range. Like to see her shoot the three ball a little bit more. Didn't get a chance to see her. She didn't play AAU this summer, and I think that really, for me, I think that really hurt her a little bit, just a little taste, because I don't think you should, I know that she had some things that she wasn't able to play. I don't know, due to injury or just whatever, but playing AAU is very important because, again, you're going against the best, but she's still one of the top kids in the state. I know she has several JUCO offers. I think her best basketball is ahead of her, and she just has to continue to develop her game. Like to see her, like I said, shoot the three ball a little bit better, but she can handle it. She got a little swagger with it. She's got a nice feel for the game, and I think as she really locks in, she could even be better than what she is. At 14, from Bay Springs, 6-foot post, Anna Patterson. Anna Patterson, I really like her. She's a very good softball player. For her size, she might be the fastest big for her size in the state. I mean, she can really run. She's really athletic. She's wide. I mean, and she can move. She's limber, and just really like things. She can score around the basket. Saw last year she was had some really good games at the Coliseum. Had some double doubles. This summer she kind of got injured and wasn't able to play as much as that she would have liked. Didn't play very much at all. Didn't play in July, I don't think at all. Played a little bit, maybe one tournament, but her best basketball again. She's a kid. There's no question. I believe she's a low Division I player too. I had offered at Mississippi Valley because one thing about bigs, there's just not very many bigs, around. And so Anna Patterson at 14, at 13. Another what I call a combo forward from Lewisburg, in Allison Irby. She came to my last year. She was 15 and she moved up a couple spots. Came to the combine. Hadn't seen her all summer, but obviously she played for a team out of state, and they did a very good job. To be honest with you, pubbing her. I saw a lot of stuff, but I was glad she able to come to. I was able to lay my eyes on her, and remember when I have these combines, it's important for us to lay our eyes on you because at the end of the day, I told you I trust my eyes. And when I have to rely on other people's eyes, it's kind of like, I don't know. So the ones I see pretty much are going to get if you're close, I'm going to go with the ones that I saw because I saw them. And Allison Irby coming back, she just did what I thought she could do. I think that she has more to give on her high school team. I don't know. I haven't seen her high school play, but the young lady can shoot the ball from the three. She's going to be a 3-4 at the next level. She can shoot the mid range. She's strong. She's physical. I really like Allison Irby. At 12, this young lady is an elite scorer. She can flat out score the basketball. I saw her since the 9th grade, and that's Kalila Stovall from Forest Hill. She averaged about 20 points a game, several 30-point ball games last year. She's a bucket getter. She can flat out score the basketball. She was outside of the top. She was right around 20 last year. And so she moved up 8 spots this year, deservedly so, in my opinion, because of, what she does in high school and then what she continues does in the summer. And she just keeps getting better. Just works extremely hard. I know she's had some, Division II offers. Have been on several visits. I know every JUCO in the state would like her. She's, in my mind, borderline Division I kid. I think she can play in the SWAC at some point. She may have to go to JUCO to continue to prove it, but I'm a fan of Kalila Stovall. And at number 11, from Choctaw Central, 5'6", point guard / combo guard, Madison Bell, just a flat out dog, lover, plays hard. She's just somebody I got to have on my team. I just absolutely love. She can run the team, just plays hard, kind of no nonsense. Would like to see her talk a little bit more, a lot more, to be my point guard. She got to talk. I would definitely force her to talk, but she can shoot the ball. She defends. She's just always around the ball, and she plays with a chip on her shoulder. She's kind of fearless. So those are the first, bottom 5. Take it away, anybody, and just, jump in. Let's talk about those.
Go ahead, Court.
I got no extra input on it. Evie broke it down real good. All of them kids I've been seeing them for a while. They're good kids. That's a good bottom of the 15. I like it.
All right. If you don't have any, do you have anything, Eddie, you want to add?
No, sir. You did a great job.
You're geeking, but it's cool. GOG to both of you. Get out the geek. Oh, I did a great job. Yeah, you guys are geeking, but it's cool. I'm with with the geek. All right, moving right along. Let's get the next 10 through 5. Coming in at 10, this young lady, 5'10" wing, just committed to and signed with Freed Harmon out of Tennessee, I think it is. And that's Reese Moore. Reese Moore is long, can really shoot the basketball. I thought she was like right on that cusp of playing Division I, but I think she did a great job in, with And I encourage kids when you find a place where you have a good fit, go ahead and take it. And I think that she's going to have a great career at Freed Harmon. She's a kid that can shoot the basketball, plays hard, and and we want to say congratulations to Reese Moore. And she comes in at number 10 from Tish Mingo. Tish Mingo is loaded. I think they're going to be really good this year. And Reese has a little sister that's the real deal in Meg Moore in the 2028. And so Reese, again, congratulations. Last year, I think she put up 40.
Yeah, man. Hey, shut up. Hey, Cortez, this is the part of the show when I just take over this dude's show. You shut up. Did he have Anna Patterson ranked number 14, Cortez? AP?
Yeah.
The 20 points and 20 rebound Anna Patterson. I think she's a little bit too low. I do want to say that. Not to interrupt Reese, because we all love Reese. I'm going to let you finish him. I think me and Corey both go touch on Reese more. So Reese go get her shine. So we go come back and get your Reese. But hey, we've been all matter of fact and singing Kumbaya. You got to be crazy to have Anna Patterson ranked number 14, whatever you got her. I mean, you got to think about it. She's going to go to a state championship again this year. That's 3 times in the last 2 years that she's made it to the Coliseum. She's the best player on the floor, one of the best rebounders in the state. 20 points, 20 rebounds. She could average that. I mean, it seems like every time you look up, she's got 20 and 20 or close to it. So I think that's a bit low for I think so far you've done a good job, Knucklehead, but you're going to have to adjust that. In my opinion, I think you got her a little bit low. Back to our regular schedule programming, you can pick back up what you said. You can talk about that or whatever you want to do. But I just like to take over this dude's show, Cortez. You know how I roll, man.
I like when you do it, too, because what happens is it shows how rogue you are. You're a rogue elephant. And sometimes we'll have a little sound effect for you because that's what you just did. But anyway, moving right along, we'll come back to you and you can address that even more. At number 9, this young lady is just athletic. Like when you look at her, she looked like she should be running in the 4x100, relay. And that's 5'9", 5'10" from South Panola, Kamaya Griffin. Kamaya Griffin, to me, is the ultimate high school player that just plays so hard. She's a double-double machine. Her skill set, she is a legitimate wing skill set away from being a big-time Division I kid. I think she has to develop her 3-ball, just develop just a few moves where she can just really get by people on the perimeter. But everybody, if I'm just me, if I'm a Division II school and like all the JUCOs that's after NAI, I'm all over Kamaya Griffin right now, today. Now, she could go to JUCO and get those skills that I'm talking about, and then she's a no-brainer SWAC player. There's no question because she's athletic, superb athlete. She could be a lockdown defender. I really like Kamaya Griffin, but she really needs to work on her skill set. That's the thing for me. But she's still, obviously, she's in the top 10, in the state with that. And that's what, she's a kid I got to have on my team. Coming in at a tie at 7, the transfer, 6-foot young lady who was at Hartfield Academy last year. She'll be at Northwest Ranking this year, and that's 6'1" Nyla Hooten. Nyla Hooten has, had a North Alabama offer this year. Got a chance to really watch Nyla play this year. Nyla's a kid who can hit the 15-footer and really I would consider a face-up 4, but she also can score with her back to the basket. Like to see her defend better. Really lock down and really defend. I thought that was something that was glaring that she needs to work on. No-brainer Division I, in my opinion. And great body, can run the floor. I still think she has, and this is what's so scary about Nyla Hooten, I think she has so much room to grow. She still has room to play. I would, there was no question if I'm in the SWAC, North Alabama, places like that, I can see why they offer. I'm all over her because she's a kid, great kid, comes from a great family. I think that stuff is important, and I think that her best basketball is ahead of her. Also at a tie, she was a runner-up, I think, to Miss 3A basketball last year. She played in Knoxville County. I This year she transferred over to Starkville, and that's why, she's a big reason that I have Starkville. Probably when we do the team rankings, I'm giving you a little. It'll be, unless I change my mind, Starkville will be my number one team because of this young lady, and that's Tootie Lockett. Tootie Lockett is 5'8", 5'9". Sometimes she looks 5'10". Just a elite scorer. That's what she is for me. She can get downhill with the best of them. Really likes going left versus right. She's now developed a three ball. She can shoot the three. I am a big fan of Tootie. My thing with Tootie, and she dropped this year for me, only because, and hopefully this will be motivation, or she might be just mad at me and have nothing else to do with me, and that's cool too, because I offered her when I was at Mississippi Valley. I don't like Tootie. I love her. She's one of my favorite players. But one of the things she's got to do is she just got to lock in and just take the game just totally serious. If she does that, she can be the best player, one of the best players in this class. I've seen her when she wants to. She can defend when she wants to. And I just think that that's the biggest thing for me is, just the want to, because she's going to be really good. She's going to go to JUCO. If she goes JUCO, if she doesn't, I think she should be a Division I player right now. I would take her to Division I level. I would gamble on her. But she's going to go JUCO and have really 2 good years. And she's going to go and play Division I after 2 years. I believe that. And finally, rounding out that bottom 10 is from Holmes County, 5'6", 5'7", Angel Mitchell, who I think is another professional scorer. She's going to average 20 points a game this year for Holmes County Central. She's going to lead them deep in the playoffs. She's been playing on varsity since the 8th grade. She's really, really good. I'm a big fan. I think arguably she had the best summer out of anybody. She played on the Mississippi MTP, Mississippi All-In team. She arguably had the best and most consistent year, all year long. I'm a huge fan, of Angel Mitchell. It is a shame to me that she doesn't have a SWAC offer. She can play in that league all day long. I know she has several Division II offers. I think Mississippi College is one of them. I think Lenore Ryan out of North Carolina. Every JUCO in the state likes her. And so she's another one in a few years will be playing Division I if she so chooses. So there's the bottom 6. Take it away, Eddie.
I think it's a good core. Did you want to go in?
Oh, you go ahead.
I think it's a great list, man. A lot of those names that you mentioned was obviously household names, people that's been around for a while. I do want to go back and give Reese Moore some love. I thought Reese Moore was, in my opinion, from Tishomingo, was one of the most skilled guards in the state of Mississippi, regardless of class, man. She can handle the basketball. She can do so much. And I do agree that she's a kid that if she would have waited, could potentially garner some Division I interest. But a lot of times, it's not about Division I. It's, about getting the highest level. It's about with the right fit. And so she was the first 2024 class in the class to commit. And I think that she's going to have a great career. But just another kid that I enjoy watching, a kid that's extremely talented. I do agree with you, Angel Mitchell. You could debate had the best summer of any kid in that class. Potentially what she done was remarkable. She's just been around for a while, and I think she's probably one of the most underrated kids in the state, too. Sometimes she kind of get lost in the shuffle behind the Tootie Lockets and the Taylor Feltons and some of the bigger names. Kids in that class. But I've always said, in my opinion, I think that she's just as good as any guard in the state. I think some of the Division I MEAC and some of the SWAC schools might be missing out on her. She's a kid that I think if she does go to JUCO route, she's going to be one and done. I don't think she would be there 2 years. I think she'll have options after the first year. Just because one thing about it, when you're that talented and when you're that good, it's just a matter of time. But, everybody's timing is different. But she's definitely a special kid, quiet kid. As I call her, silent assassin. Don't do a lot of talking, but she's going to go out there and just destroy you, man. And she's a special player that's got unlimited range, can shoot that thing from deep, can finish. Just a phenomenal basketball player. Let's see who else you mentioned, EV. You had Who else did you have in that list?
My Nyla Hooten, Tootie Lockett.
Okay. I'll let Cord talk about Tootie. I'll talk about Nyla, and then I'll let Cord kind of round off. We're trying to keep the show, 60 minutes to 90 minutes, so we won't go rambling. But Kanala Hooten transferring to Northwest Rankin gives them a chance to win a state championship this year, or at least make a deep run, because they got a lot of young talent. And she's a kid that, can go inside out, shoot that basketball well. She's got a good feel for the game. Another kid that I think in this class that's a Division I prospect who, regardless of where she goes or what she decides, she's going to be an impact player at whatever level because she's got so much upside, man, and she can finish left hand, right hand. There's times to me, Cord and Evie, when I'm watching her play, there's moments in the game where she looks like she can be the best player in the state. You know what I'm saying? And then there's times where you're like, okay. And I think what we got to do from her is just see some more consistency where she can put it all together because she's definitely got the goods and she got a lot of stuff in her bag. But all in all, that's a talented class, and that top 10 to 15 kids are really good. And I'll just go ahead and let you speak on some of the other ones, Cordair.
No, I think y'all did a good job breaking them down. I do think Tootie one of the best players in the state. I think she should be higher. Tootie Lockett out of Starkville, best scorer. EV was spot on with everything he said about Kamaya Griffin. I think you're missing a kid in the top 10, top 15, but we'll talk about that, when you round everything out.
Okay.
Because we discussed it, but I see she must have dropped a little, but it's cool. Because I know that kid at the next level. We'll say that for another time. Reese Moore from Tishomingo.
We'll save it to at the end when we have our closing. You can throw it in.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna ask a question of who y'all thought I may have missed.
Okay. And it was right about Reese Moore. I think she probably could have got higher if she would have waited. But hey, if you feeling the school showing you love, that's all it's about, really. At the end of the day, you're gonna do your 4 years, get your degree. That's ultimate. I'm big on that. So all these people talking about wait it out and all that stuff, sometimes it's not the best choice.
All right, here's our final five as we get ready to wrap up tonight's show. I'm just excited. I'm just excited about all of these classes and what's gonna, getting ready to happen here coming up. But at number 5, she was number 9 last year. Got a chance to watch her a little bit more play with Magnolia Select AAU program. And I want to make this clear. Although, people know that I'm associated, with, as far as an advisor with All In, my goal has always been to, put the whole state together because I think we're just better together. I really do. And that's just how I feel. But I do want to just have a shout out to Terry Church and Jasmine Church, because they've done a great job, very good job with Magnolia Select. And they did a good job with Nicole Sandifer. She comes in at number 5. I can tell you this. She's a kid at 5'9", that's long. She's a wing, can get down hills, kind of wiry strong. What I saw her do is I think she has to continue to develop a more of a consistent 3-ball, but she can hit it, every now and then. I remember Southern University had called me about her, and they didn't like her. They loved her. And when they offered her, it seemed like her offers just kind of took off. And really, they did a great job with her. Kendra Young, I think, coaches her at McGee. And you look for her to have a big year for McGee this year. And we say congratulations, Nicole Sandifer, as she did commit to Grambling University. And I think, with being able, someone who coached in the SWAC, she's going to have a very good 4-year career. She has a chance to be. She has a chance actually as a freshman to go in and get be in a rotation as a freshman. And if you can do that, that's really good. At number 4, she moved up. This young lady moved up 6'3", from Boca Chica. She's a double waiting to happen. That's Demaya Porter. She committed to Southern University. She had several Division I offers as well. She played with MTP, Mississippi All-In program. And, we say congratulations to you too, Demaya, as, she picked up the commitment from Southern University. She's a 6'3", wiry, strong kid. One of the things that I noticed from her that I didn't know that she could do, she can go out to the 3-ball, land of plenty, and make a shot. And that was impressive because the year before, I thought was her biggest weakness, was the fact that she couldn't score the basketball to me efficiently. But then this year she showed me that she had a few post moves. She added that she was already a good defensive player, and she showed the ability. She runs the floor like a gazelle, but she showed the ability to knock down shots. Her basketball is her best basketball is ahead of her. I think Southern got a steal in Demaya Porter, and she's another one that I believe will garner a few minutes as a freshman for Southern. I really do, and I think that she's a kid really could be an all-conference player by her junior year. That wouldn't shock me at all in Demaya Porter. At number 3, I think this young lady's the best point guard in the state of Mississippi. 5'3", Taylor Felton. The only reason Taylor Felton is not playing at Mississippi State or Ole Miss or any place like that, unfortunately, is only because of her height. You know, that's it. She's a kid who can really, she's a lockdown defender when she wants to be. She's one of the best passers, if not the best passer in the state. She had 14 assists in a game this summer. You know, it ain't every day people get 14 assists. She can shoot the ball from, 25 feet. She has unbelievable handles. I mean, she's got yah in her game, what I call yah. She got some wiggle. She's quick. She's fast. She can dominate the game on defense. She only has one thing, and I've talked to her dad, Chuck Felton, about this for years, that is stopping her. She's an elite point guard, obviously, in the high school level. But this, I believe she could have talked her way potentially into a higher, maybe a high major, just because of her talking. That's the thing that she has to improve on. She's still going to the mid-major level with at ULM, and so she still was able to garner a Division I, offer and scholarship. And so we say congratulations to you, Taylor, as she's had a phenomenal year at Clinton. Maybe could have helped Clinton win a state championship if they had moved her up in the 8th grade. I mean, she's one of those kids that is really, really good. And now the final 2, we come down to at number 2. This young lady is the double-double queen. I've seen her since the 8th grade. Alana Rouser, 6-foot kid from Germantown, helped lead them to a state championship last year. She was, the second go-to person along with Madison Booker last year, but she was key. They don't win a championship without Alana Rouser. Let's make that clear. There's no question about it. Alana Rouser just has been doing the same thing for so long. Just her body's continue to get better. Broad shoulders. I remember how I told her one time, will you ever use your left hand? And then I saw her begin to improve her left hand. She's a young lady. This is going to be her coming out party a little bit. You'll get a chance to see her do a few more things. She signed with Florida Atlantic University. Congratulations there. Alana, mid-major program out of Florida. Boys team went to the Final Four. Don't know much about the girls team, but that was a big pickup for them. Combo forward. She's a kid that, to me, has to continue to develop her skill set. Need to be able to knock down the shot consistently and fluidly for her to, continue to improve. But I can tell you this, she's an elite rebounder. I talked about a young lady earlier. I believe Alana Rouser is the most complete rebounder in the state of Mississippi. Incredible high motor. If she doesn't get any better, she's a coach's dream because she already has an elite skill, and that's rebounding and playing hard. So congrats to Alana Rouser. And the number 1 player in the state. She was number 1 last year in our ranking, 6'4" wing. She's a legit 6'4". Easy, at the end of the day, 6'3" on a bad day. And that's the 6'4" wing. That's right. I said wing. She's not a big at all, from Harrison Central High School, a Nasia Carrier. And listen, I am as high on Nasia Carrier as I am a lot of kids. Her ceiling, she has none. Remember what I said. Her ceiling, she has none. If she puts it all together, she's a WNBA player. No question. She's a 10-year pro in the WNBA. And she's somebody that, we come back and say, oh, man, I knew her. Played for Mississippi All-In MTP this year in the summer. And she just can do it all. She can shoot the basketball. She can handle it. She can get downhill. I am a huge fan of Manasia Carrier. I just would like to see if she can put it all together. And as far as off the court, good student, but just seeing like when she just locks in, and just totally mentally focused, she has a chance to be really, really special. And so there it is, guys. Talk to us about those final five, and then we'll.
Well, I think all those kids are so familiar. Cordarius, if he wants to touch on them, I'm not going to say a whole lot about them. I think you did a good job on those kids. I mean, those kids been around. They've been doing it at a high level for so long. All are pretty much, if you remotely watch basketball, you're familiar with every single one of those particular kids. So I don't have a lot to say on that. If Cord has something to say, that'd be great. If not, I do want you to run down your top 15 again. But I'll give Cord a chance to speak on those particular kids. But I don't have a whole lot, man, because like I say, we've mentioned them so much. I mean, if you watch the show, you know about them, and if you follow basketball, you know what their pedigree and how good of a talent each and every one of those kids are.
Yeah, I agree. I just think a player like Nicole Sanford went up high in the rankings. I feel like she can even be a little bit more higher because this summer I thought she had the best summer out of any kid in Mississippi. So that's just my opinion. But Naja Carey, you can't disagree with that. 6'4" wing, just gonna be a high major player at the next level. But them kids, like you said, we've been talking about them kids for years. The list don't count. It kind of ain't never changed, except for Nicole Sanford going from out probably being 20 to like top 10 to now she's 5, and she's a Division I player. So
I agree, Cord. That list for the most part has been consistent with those kids moving a spot here or there. And that's just, again, tomato. I do want to bag up because I mentioned Angel Mitchell-Summer, but man, I'd be remiss not to talk about Nicole Sanford. You spot on, Cordarius. This kid in that class, you could debate she had the best summer of any kid in that class. So I do want to amen you on that, and I do want to endorse that and piggyback on what you said because you absolutely right. Go ahead, Evie.
No, it's elephant back, not piggyback. But anyway, hey, listen, we're getting ready to come to the end. Let's talk about, as for our closing geeks, who you thought I may have missed, you would have been in your top 15. And so we can do that. We'll start with you, Cord, and then
run down. Do this, big head. Run down the top 15 again. Just run down your list. Yeah, 2024.
Naja Carey, Alana Rouser at 2, Taylor Felton at 3, Demaya Porter 4, Nicole Sanford 5, Angel Mitchell 6, Tootie Lockett 7, Nyla Hooten 7, Kanaya Griffin 9, Reese Moore 10, Madison Bell 11, Khalil Stovall 12, Allison Irby 13, Anna Patterson 14, Lauren Hodges 15.
Go ahead, Cord. Who did he miss? And I got one name, but go ahead, Cord.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it's a couple kids I think he missed because I think there's a couple names I would have dropped off there because their production in high school not that good. Which I know you go off several different things, EV. But I don't. It's a particular kid on the list. I don't even think she's best player on her high school team. I think there's another player in her class that's better than her right now. But Kiki Foot from Blue Mountain should be on that list. You talking about 6'1", 6 foot wing that's gonna be like a gym. I know she's gonna probably go JUCO because she's kind of unknown, but she's gonna be a gym at the next level for any JUCO school that get her, unless somebody see her and really take a chance on it. And I think they should, like a low major school or a D2 school, they should take a chance on the kid. The kid can shoot it. She can handle the ball. She played defense at a high level, elite level shot blocker for a guard. I just think she should have been on the list, and that's about the only one I would debate, because you got a pretty good list there. So,
so Cord, if you put her in there, who do you? Because I know a lot of people say, man, that she should be a no-brainer. So I'm going to ask you the $1,000,000 question. So if you put her in, who do you take out?
I can't say that, Eddie, because then it's gonna give away who I kind of criticize a little bit too harsh in my opinion. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna let the year play out. But I do think it's a couple kids, but I think it's one particular kid that I don't even think she's the best player on the high school team. And you talking about she got another kid that's in the same class with her that's better than her right now. And Evie probably got a 57, but
Well, look, I just want to mention one name because she had a great run in the state championship. She's a kid that injuries has kind of slowed her a little bit. She was going to play with us this summer, but she's a kid that I definitely want Evie to kind of take a little bit closer look because I think she's had a good body of work. She's been solid for the past several years, and she's one that I think that just on the cusp. I wouldn't say no brainer, top 15, but definitely if you had an honorable mention list, she would be on that honorable mention list, and that's Michaela Holyfield, who's just been doing it for a while, man. Got her team to the big house last year. She was the best player on the floor. She's just one of those kids that's a lot like Anna Patterson, man. You look at them, and when you watch them play, when you leave the game, you look in the stat column and you look up and they got 20 and 16 or 18 and 14 or 21, so she's just a enforcer, one you call a bully ball, 5'11", 6, right at 6, just under 6 feet type of post player that if she's 6'2" or 6'3", then she's garnering some real interest as far as Division I schools go. But I think she's a D2, D3 caliber player with some NAIA and, maybe JUCO type of a kid. But she's a kid that when you look back at this class 2-3 years down the road, she's a name that might be, mentioned among some of the best just because I think she's going to produce really good over the next couple of years if she can stay healthy. So.
Okay. Michaela Holyfield, by the way, was at Forest last year. She has transferred to Lake. So she'll be at Lake this year, and Lake is loaded. I know Lake has some players that young lady came to my combine that I didn't know anything about, and that's Kalana Jones, 5'10", combo for a flat out goon. I don't like her. I absolutely love her. So she's a kid. So let's get our final geeks of the day.
Hold on, you big head, ugly TD Jakes looking dude. Let me say this real quick. Also, too, don't he look like TD Jakes? Hey, but
do you even know who TD Jakes is?
Yeah, your twin. Yeah, I know who he is. Hey, also, too, Jayla Smith is a kid that's been around. I do want to mention her. She, again, one that I think could have been on that honorable mention. She's an elite kid that's been doing it for a while. Jayla Smith is at Warren Central High School, 5'9" athletic guard that can play multiple positions. So I just want to throw the name out, too, before you go ahead. Just give a little shout out, Evie. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was going to say, let's get our last geeks in. And, Lamara Cleaves was a young lady, too. She's coming back from an injury.
Lamara Cleaves, that's right. Yeah.
And she was, I know you probably think, well, Evie, how did you drop her and you didn't drop, others, but I just think that I just like to see, and again, Lamara is someone I offered at Mississippi Valley. So, again, if I was able to, put my name on it and be able to, give a 4-year scholarship and investment. So even though you drop or you go up or wherever you land, it doesn't mean I don't like you. It just means sometimes some people just, have better summers and,
I heard Lamara Cleaves. Hey, look, somebody told me yesterday Lamara Cleaves is looking good. They say she looking really, really good. So, yeah.
That's great. So I'm excited about it. That's Core's team right there now. He's going to ride or die with Tupelo. That's the word on the street. So anyway, let's get our last geeks.
That dude gonna lose his kids' fund, his savings account, his what they give you the pension. He gonna lose everything on Tupelo, boy. He gonna ride or die with him, man.
Oh yeah, they gotta love Corey Jones,
Hey,
Let's,
listen,
let's
listen.
get our last gigs of the day. Course, you go ahead, and then we'll close the show.
Yeah, like y'all say, I've been riding with Tupelo. And like I said this year, I got them favorite to win 7-8. And I know they folks, oh, you say that every year. This year, I think they got a better team camaraderie. They got better chemistry. I think these girls been playing together for a long time. So they're just give y'all what I think about the year, since y'all brought it up. But like I said, EV doing the rankings is a hard task. Folks is always thinking that their kids is better than what somebody else think. But he gotta go with his eyes. You gonna go with your eyes. And what's so crazy is you have guys out here that are trained kids or been around kids like we do in AU, and they do the same thing we do when we hire on a kid. So don't get on us when you do it too. Like, how you gonna get on somebody else because if you cool and train the kid and you putting them out there, you pubbing them, then we do it. Oh, the kid ain't that good, but when you do it, the kid's supposed to be good. I don't understand that. Then you're not even then some of these guys not even basketball. They don't even watch enough high school basketball or be around the kids good enough to even be doing all these judgments and stuff. But like I said, hey, I'm not here to criticize no kid. I think a lot of kids can come up fast, and then if I see them have any bright spot, I promise you I'm a pub. I promise you I'm gonna get their name out there. That's just what we do. That's what these three guys on here do. So that's just how I feel.
Well, listen, I just want to say, man, I'm so glad that he took over the rankings from me. I did them for years. I was the voice for the state of Mississippi. It's a very, very hard task. He's going to quickly become the most hated man in the state of Mississippi. But now, no, I think he's doing a good job, man. It takes somebody's got to do it, and it's one of those jobs where you say, somebody's got to do it. It's not a popular thing. And it's a lot of hard work, a lot of time away from his family to put it together for no financial or monetary benefit at all. But it's going to benefit if one college coach looks at their ranking and gains interest about a kid and decide to come watch that kid play, then it was all worth it to him because it was rewarding for me. So in that regard, man, keep doing what you're doing. The naysayers going to say what they got to say. But at the end of the day, I've been in his shoes. And it ain't 5 people in the state that can do it. I guarantee you. But great show tonight. I enjoyed talking about girls basketball. I think girls basketball in the state of Mississippi is on the rise. We have a lot of really, really good young talent that's coming up the ranks. And so it's going to be a great year, an intriguing year. And I'm just ready to get it going. We'll be tipping off here in the next, week or two, right? So couple of weeks. So I'm excited to get out there some of these bigger tournaments early on and see some good basketball.
Thank you, guys. And I just want to say, as my last gig of the day, I kind of want to, add to what Corey said. One of the challenges that we face, and especially as Black men and Black businessmen, that we face is that, especially when you deal with the youth world, it's always like, man, I can't believe you charging these kids to do this. I can't believe you charging these kids to do that. And at the end of the day, we do this thing out of love. And I can't believe you just, you're just trying to, there was a coach who followed me and unfollowed me and was on my show at one time. And because of, she all of a sudden said that I changed, and it was about building your brand. And so here's the thing. Why can't we do both? Because nobody ever complains to Sam Walton at Walmart and says, man, I can't believe you're charging those kids for some toothpaste. Them kids need toothpaste. Them kids need T-shirts. Nobody ever says to Michael Jordan when he's charging $250 for some shoes that we wore 30 years ago. It's always, it seems like, the little guy, the little businessman that they always have a problem with. And then when you have people out there that just speak ignorantly about things, and I want you to know that people look at you like Jerry Springer. And we look at Jerry Springer. We look to Jerry Springer like for entertainment. There's no respect there. And when you start going at people in a negative way and talk about, you know, what they're trying to do and trying to help kids, I can help kids and still charge kids. Let's let that sink in. I can help kids and charge kids. If a guy's a trainer, there's trainers here all over the state, and they charge, let's say $35 an hour, and they're charging, that kid gets better and gets $100,000 scholarship. Don't you think it's worth it? And so I just want that to sink in, because shouldn't we, that kid who needs a haircut,
some of them $100,000, and they get money.
Don't you charge for the haircut? I can't believe they charge. You know, when we go to the barbershop, I can't believe they charge. You know, these kids need haircuts. I can't believe that lady charged a beautician. That girl hair was nappy. Make it make sense. And so here's the thing. I said all to say this. Man, let's all just get along. Let's just do what you do. Let's keep our mouths. The Bible says death and life is the power of the tongue. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Let's speak life and stop speaking death over each other. Man, I love each and every one of you, regardless. And I want you to understand something. I pray for you. Regardless, I hear all the negative stuff. I literally pray for you, because that's what God tells me to do. And these guys know I'm about that life. And so for Cordarius Jones, Eddie Young, choose Delonte Snacks in their absence. I'm Coach EV the Geeker, saying good night. And we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Geeker, the geeker, the geeker. His name's the geeker, the geeker, the